Listen, I am convinced that these 5 Bible verses will definitely make you rich, and if not rich, ultra rich. See, without God, I'd be nothing, and without the tree that He provides, I wouldn't be able to bear any fruit. That's why I completely 1000% trust and rely on God all the time, and by the end of this video, you will too. Listen, you may feel stuck, tired, unmotivated, just don't know what to do, thinking things are just a lot tougher than usual, and I understand completely where you are coming from. Now, before we get into the first one, these are all great blessings of wisdom. You will be able to implement them and relate them to your finances, your business, your life, your health, everything. And there is one that will stick out that you're going to hear. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but it is golden, and when you hear it, you'll know exactly which one I'm talking about. And when you get it, take that, use it, go talk to God, and become what you need to become and what you want to become. And of course, you already know we have a subscriber goal to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. God is great. And if you woke up today, hit that subscribe button so you could become a professional trader with professional profit. So I know that what you're feeling right now, I don't know exactly what it is, but I know that that thing we all go through. Understand that disadvantage is a universal thing. When you are focusing on being successful and becoming somebody at a massive level, you will go through things. God will test you because He cannot have you being weak. He needs you to be strong. He needs you to be prosperous. Let me share these 5 Bible verses, these blessings of wisdom that will allow you to become a better trader, a better person, a better brother, sister, whatever it is. I want you guys to be better. I want you to develop yourself internally, and God is the only one that we could talk to. Let's get into it. The first one is in the book of Proverbs, verse 7. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and fools despise wisdom and discipline. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and fools despise wisdom and discipline. See, for example, I was lacking in my trust in God. I wasn't actually going to read my Bible. I was praying, but it was a simple prayer, asking. I wasn't actually being disciplined, actually seeking the word, seeking wisdom, trying to understand what He wanted me to do in this world, what I needed to do, trusting Him, loving in myself. I wasn't treating my body correctly. I was just completely I don't care about these things. I wasn't even focused on them, but I also wasn't taught those things. And that's why I'm here today to show you guys. Yeah, sometimes we feel truly scared. But all He is trying to do is, He's trying to help us build discipline and wisdom by building a relationship with Him, by being able to talk and fill ourselves with wisdom and knowledge so we can have discernment as we move through this life. So understand, as a trader, as an entrepreneur, whatever it is, understand that the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, you have to put your trust in Him in order to trust yourself. Keep the commitments that you give to the Lord, and you'll be able to keep them for yourself. He's always there for us, so you got to always be there for yourself as well, and rely, and He'll always come through for you. Next one is Proverbs 11, verse 10. Why increase your anxiety to gain wealth, since whoever is greedy for it will not be blameless. Even if you chase after it, you will not overtake it, and if you flee, you won't escape. This right here was one of the ones that spoke to me the most because I was somebody chasing that money. Imagine going through that period of time where I was just down and out, didn't know what was going on. I was fearing death. I was fearing the Lord, that He was coming back. He was going to take everybody. It was time to go. I wouldn't be able to build what I wanted to build for everybody. And then He tell you right in the Bible, like, why increase your anxiety for wealth? Why worry about that? Since whoever is greedy for it will not be blameless. Don't worship that, worship me. Don't even worry about that. That'll come. If you gain wisdom, if you do something right in life, if you give back, if you trust in me, you'll have everything you need. But if you don't, you won't be blameless. Like, it was different. That one right there was different. He provides it. His tree, without His tree, you bear no fruit. You are a limb on His tree. Understand it. Your anxieties that you have about these things will change nothing but your state. So understand, rely on God, talk to Him. He got you. Keep those goals within you, but worship Him and focus on Him. And of course, you already know we have a subscriber goal to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. God is great. And if you woke up today, hit that subscribe button so you could become a professional trader with professional profit. The next one was in Ben Sirah. Everybody don't have this because I have a Catholic Bible, but Ben Sirah 11:21. This one I read so much all the time consistently, but it says, do not marvel at the works of a sinner, but trust in the Lord and wait for his light. For it is easy in the eyes of the Lord to make the poor rich in an instant. It was like super simple. It's like we sit here comparing ourselves, watching everybody else. We look at somebody like, oh, I wish I had that. How did they get that? That's so nice. Oh man, like I'm not as good as them. I'm something must be wrong with me. No, that's not it. Because nobody gained wealth without God. And if they did gain it without God, it won't last. So understand that looking at the works of a sinner, looking at other people, other men on this planet, and comparing yourself and looking at them like, well, like, no, that's not how we want to do this. We want to be on our own path. We want to be focusing on our own God, trusting what you know that you need to do, trust in yourself. Like literally, rely on God, trust in your heart that you have Him within you, that you are moving in the right direction. There's nothing He can't do. He's great, and there's nothing too big, nothing too small that He won't change and make happen for us. And you may be looking at everybody else like, oh, he got a Lambo, he got this, he got that. But you don't know how they got it. You don't know what they got, what they did to get there. You don't know what, if you comparing your 3-month level to their 15-year level. So understand the difference. Understand that God got a plan for you. Everything works in the right time. And the more you can focus and rely on Him, the better off you'll be. The next one is Proverbs 16:3-4. And this is my favorite. It is, entrust all your works to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Everything has a purpose in His life, even the wicked for the evil day. Love everything that happens to you and trust everything that you do into the Lord. I'm not just saying this, and it's very difficult to do sometimes, but everything that happens to you, love it. It's a story, for example, Thomas Edison. I read it in a book, and essentially what happened, Thomas Edison, he was doing the light bulb, going crazy, doing everything he could. He was just constantly working crazy hours, 20 hours a day in his lab with his team. They was going through all these different things. And essentially one day he went home, tried to get some dinner. Next thing you know, he get a phone call and he like, hey, listen, the building is burning up. Everything that you just worked on is gone. You know what he said when he got there? He said, listen, I mean, at least we still, at least it saved some of the papers that we could keep. Like he loved it. Like he didn't even, it's not that he didn't care, it probably hurt his soul, but he said, listen, like there's nothing we can do here. Like now we just get a fresh lab, we work better, we work harder, we fix that mistake that we made, and we go from there. I mean, maybe I should have done something different. He took full accountability. He didn't stress. What's done is already done. Understand that. If something is gonna happen, God is gonna let it happen. If you are a trader and you looking to make 200,000, 20,000, 15,000, 150,000, a million, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. You must only focus on what you control in the moment and trust that God's timing and His works will work out. His job is to make sure our plans succeed. Which leads me into the next one is the human heart plans the way and the Lord directs the steps. See, a lot of times, like I just said, we want things the way we want them. But in reality, we plan a way through our heart. We pray. We trust. We feel that emotion in our heart like, hey, this is what's gonna happen. We don't know the timeline. We don't know if, when, and how it's going to happen, but we just work towards our goal. We trust in Him and we focus on Him and we give that to Him and say, hey, this you know what I mean? I can't do it by myself. I need you. So we give that to Him and we don't worry about it anymore. And the next thing that this teaches us is we just need to walk with God. When we take massive action, when we want to achieve something massive, when we want to help millions of people like I'm trying to do here, so hit the subscribe button. We need to walk with Him. We need to focus on solely Him. Understand that that's what's going to get us to the level that we want to get to, because it gives us peace in our mind. You know why? Because we ain't worried about nothing, because we know it's out of our control. We know that 99% of most of these things in our life is out of our control. I study Stoicism as well, and the number one rule of Stoicism is focus on what's in your control and what's not in your control. Cool. Distinguish that, get the uncontrollables out of your way, and go from there. Most people feel unmotivated, tired. They don't have anything. They feel like they don't have purpose and meaning. They're not happy inside. They don't love themselves. And this is something that we all go through. For example, I went through a crazy period during the solar eclipse in 2024, April, where I just completely dropped. Like everything in my life changed because one day I really thought I was gonna die. Like I really thought it was over, and I was praying to God like, please don't take me. Just allow me to build some wealth to give back to my family. Please allow me to build some influence so I can help thousands and millions of people. Whatever it is, I said, just don't take me yet. I ain't there yet. And what He made me realize is that I value money more than I value my relationship with Him. I was worshiping mammon instead of actually, or money instead of actually worshiping him, which was not the right thing. Let me give you an example. I read this in a book, I can't remember what, but when somebody dies in the family, God forbid, right, we feel like, oh, it's crazy. Like it feels like world just ended, like nothing else mattered. I remember when my G-dad passed, man, we woke up one day, he was just laying on the bed. My grandma was like, ah, woke us all up. We ran upstairs, he was just laying there. I was like, is my granddad really gone? Like, and then it just started hitting me, and I had to keep it together. I kept it together, and then on the day when we went to his like service, like I just couldn't keep it together no more. It was like, wow. But let's take my point of view now. Look at your point of view. You see how that you probably got a little timid and sad. See me, I was balling up, stressed out. Start popping the bottle. I don't even drink. You know, I was just stressed, man. People was influencing me. But you on the other side of this, screen was just like, damn, man, that's sad. You didn't feel anything. You know why? Because it didn't hit different from you. You didn't attach any emotion to it. You didn't try to control that situation. You know what I mean? Like we attach emotion to certain things. So understand, like, you might be focused on something, but somebody else might be able to just go grab it, just go do it, because they don't attach that crazy emotion to it. And the way you don't attach that emotion to it is by trusting in God, is by actually taking the steps and saying, hey, he's going to fill the cup. He's going to get me right. I'm not going to worry about this thing anymore. And the last two things is you need to be blissfully dissatisfied. I just heard this and I loved it. Meaning, be appreciative of everything that you have. Love everything. Gracious. You know what I mean? Gracious for this camera in front of me, my screen, my walls, my body and all this. But I need more. I'm grateful for the money in my bank account, but I need more because I know it's something more out there for me. I'm grateful for the life me and my fiance have, but we want more together. That's being blissfully dissatisfied. Appreciating everything that comes to you, that you have, that you desire, you know what I'm trying to say. But understand that there is nothing wrong with wanting more. Be blissfully dissatisfied. Respect God. And the last thing is have conviction in every step. Have conviction in every step you take in this life. Trust that God is guiding you. He's providing your heart with discernment, and he's walking you down the path, and you're going to go down the path. And I appreciate you watching this video because I know you want to be great, and you will be great. So just keep fighting. Just keep trusting. Go look at these Bible verses. If you need some recommendations, go read the book of wisdom. Go read the book of Proverbs. If you have a Catholic Bible, tap into Ben Sira, because that one is like Proverbs on steroids, and they do help. Just give you clarity, just give you some understanding, some wisdom to walk through this life and actually control the heart, control the mind, control the body, and trust in God.